Hello, 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 hello. Welcome everyone to Evening Reiki, Late Night Reiki, Super Late Night Reiki. So as always, for those of you joining, Reiki works with your consent, so please do make sure that you are acknowledging that this is something you would like to experience. Has been well, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Encourage those of you who are joining to pay attention to your inner experience, to how your body feels. It's not necessary to look at the screen if you'd like to experience the healing. I'm so glad. Make sure Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. I'm planning on teaching either in January or February for those of you interested in learning how to practice Reiki. For those of you who do not know me, welcome to the live. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Salome. I am a Holy Fire Karuna World Peace Reiki Master Teacher. I also practice Animal Reiki. Reiki is an energy healing modality. So we're finding balance and healing by removing energies that are stagnant in our field and in our bodies. Thank you so much for the gifts. Our energy is like a river flow. So when we have an accumulation of pebbles in our river in a certain spot, it dams it up. So what the Reiki is helping do is remove these little pebbles that have built up, almost like a calcification, right? You think of emotions and things that we've stuffed down, traumas that we've stuffed down. We've stored it somewhere and it builds up, and more things get stored on top and it builds up. So the Reiki is helping break that down, release all of that energy that hasn't been expressed yet so that it can be expelled, allowing our energy to flow in a more natural, unobstructed way again, so that we're able to continue our own healing more efficiently, right? We're all able to heal ourselves. We have a beautiful, beautiful innate ability to heal, for our energy to flow and to continue and to grow. And sometimes we just need a little bit of a boost. Right? Hi, welcome. Hello, Dawn. So that's what the Reiki is doing, is it's giving us a bit of a boost. Oh, I forgot to open my... I'm doing well, Sarah. Thank you. I did cut my hair. Iratamara tikira sura tunira tamia tirasi atarata shato iratomo kurutusu iratomo kanira timitira siata shanamata iratomo komitira satia. Ganai tu iratusu iratomot irasanota ini enira sikia tashanata iratama katira sa iratanamo kurutushu to iratanati iratimia. Mekiata ira shata ira to surat nekira ta seira ta meti nikita rasut ira to kumuto ito shana. I am in BC, in Canada, West Coast. Thank you. Akarata she ira tikura tisura tanati namoto sura tanakita usuta ira tumitira si amato shato ira tunoko tu ira tu sura te imitira si. I'm doing well. Thank you, Cams. How are you? Thank you. Nirata nirata makoroto soyure timitira si ata shoto yure tukumoto yure sutu anamatira sa patari isi tira kinete nikitira samata nikiata ora sanamata intira. Nanamasiera tanamasi itini mikiete irita kashata yuritu kuri tusa yuritu mitiri tisa urita namakoroso to yuritu mukuri tia shutu yuritu mitie. Mata nasa pakara tisa uritu mukutu yarasameti nikiese ia hiruta. Tam sierra salt, usum siritia, curites uto iritimikieta, shinota sor, timikia nena, sierra tamakonata, siomata irritation. What am I doing with my hands? So my hands are doing a few different things. It's either directing the Reiki energy, so it's directing the Reiki energy, but it also it expresses energy in certain ways through mudras, through symbols that it draws. It's all kind of an energy signature that's being expressed, being channeled in certain ways. Might also guide the energy for a very specific purpose. Sometimes the hand movements are more static, sometimes they're a little bit more dancey, I guess. But it's all about moving the energy. It's all about moving the energy and providing, some people would call them codes, healing codes. Some people would call them symbols. They carry an energetic signature. Hi. So that's what we're doing. We're just moving the energy. Thank you. Feeling a lot of pressure. The last few lives that I've been in, I've been feeling a lot of heart pressure. Feeling a lot of really tight sensations in the heart. Almost feels like someone's stepping on my chest. So for those of you who are experiencing some form of grief, some of you, it might be anxiety. It feels a bit like it's hard to breathe almost a little bit. So for those of you where it's a little hard to breathe, we're going to force you to breathe. Gotta breathe. So we're going to take a moment. We're going to bring that oxygen back into our body. So I'd like you to breathe in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Ayarata koroto soyurita ni harthata yarana makasa oto yurita moko surata nam korete shinamata yarasiya tuanata yarana korete sini. Again, we're going to breathe in through our nose, deep into our belly. Hold it for a second. Let that oxygen kind of percolate. And out. And you might find now that you've started slowing your breath down, forcing yourself to slow down your breath, you might feel a little bit more space in your chest. Irata coração, tira tinieta na macana so ira na macone tira tira dia coxla e tu sair da nike neki na carata saini das motos. Carata ira tu soira ti kimura tu soira te me tira si ora te shama tira te kasura tinieta o coração tinieta shmotes de. Oh, you're having your surgery today, Ruda. I'm sending you extra love. Extra healing for you, Ruda. Tanian man sian siurasam kuretia stuir timut era suk ota era timikieta e sierta koshato era tamo. Neira namakarata so era te koshato era tamo kurusura tamatu netira sura tanetia. Ertikinier tokoshato yeritu siertimite nikine tiersa uritanamatanamatanama. Is it freezing? Kanatira no coração yeti no kiri tashina teira tasaura tanakoira timuru su teira tamatana sakiete shina. Have a beautiful sleep. Karata soira timi kasira tushtaira tomokoro to soira timi tira sa eira tomokoro to stoira timuru tasano teira tamiki. This is Reiki healing. Some people feel that it's very similar to ASMR. It isn't ASMR necessarily, but it has some qualities that similarly kind of reflect ASMR. This is energy healing. So if you'd like to receive the energy healing, the Reiki healing, you just have to be open to receive. You just have to accept it. Got you feeling sleepy? Yeah. Reiki has the tendency to do that. It has a really beautiful way of calming our parasympathetic nervous system down. So, kind of brings our energy down, provides healing in its own way. Very good at resolving or kind of helping with anxiety. That helps slow us down. Era tamaki era tu kuru tu stira tu sira tu mata enikieta sura timora tu sto ira tu mora ta samaka tira ta shama. Relax. Karatia saura tu kosteira timora tu sira timitera siata ikura tu staira mukona teira smuata enikieta sura tu makotu yushtuira. Karata sa ira te makotaira sinia tenia sansuri tishta ira te makurata samata ira te makurasuta ira te makurati. It's crazy, isn't it? Hi, Debbie. I'm surprised you're awake. Hi, gorgeous. How are you awake at this hour? You're very welcome, Lola. Kianara ta kushta ira tu suira timitira ta koshta ira ta mukuna tira ta masaura ta ma. How was it? Taneira tika saura te saniera ta makura to shtoira ta mura ta namasa atera ta mikiana saura ta makura ta shtia. I've never had a massage, isn't that crazy? Ramona Flowers, I don't know who that is. Irita na irita sa irita na koto irita mutu irita sati irita kaura to sto irita mori to sama to sama. Aki irita sui irita mata niki irita sui irita sto irita mori to makara te si irita mata naki. Anei tamani tini ekena tanamakuna Ayara tanamaka sura tanamara sanoka teira tanamata sura tanakiatush. Hi, Haley. Ciao. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Oh, thank you, Mel. I feel like me. I feel a lot more like me. Oh, thank you so much. Ira tama kanira tanaura toko ira tukushti arasura tananateri tekira tasatira. Anaira tanaka ira tasaura takiora tosoira tishtu ira tamota ira tamikiara tosoira. Ataira namora sani ira takoshta ira tukosa ira tumot iniat aya ora tanamora ni. Anini arasana on suire tamatim kiesure testam insire testaure temket. Etire sipure tesakure testaire ramukotesta ira mukwan siara tokasia purtish. Kiera saure tamakotusti ursta aiur kumkursia tuk aire temikia sure tokorasia tustai. Mira takuru tu sire te makatia samota shteya masira tu kanesi miti anotosia. Thank you so much for the gifts, everyone. Thank you, thank you. I have the energy of Pegasus coming through. So for those of you that resonates with, I don't connect with Pegasus very often. So when I do connect with him, I make a note of mentioning it. Very not often that I connect to that energy. I love him too. And he's so gentle. Kind of goofy too. Have you noticed that, Debbie? I find he's a little... He's so gentle, but he also has a bit of a playful energy to him. Very playful. Yeah. Natiena mora sana koratashta irita kosa irita mitira sa urita mato irita kuto irita mut irasamati niki. Amekiarata sama kansuira sa urito stera mukanatiana matose. Eke irita mekianara samata nimikiana makurutushta irita masa urita miatose. Hello, Denny. Thank you. Namataya namasaune yan suenemetia. Enena amsie di auritan airit iratakato irasanot iratekianoka. Ieni ki iratam arsanoi irit iratokostu irit inira mukoratista. Iritani kirita saurata kianara suarata makatia tastu iritiniatumut. Iritani arasanarata nakiara sanamata usiarata sua. Welcome, Mike. That's what I'm doing, Sarah. Irata korata sirata nama korasa maratianum kasiurtut. Irata mikiano korata savoratina orata mikia. Awarata irasa urata seheki rasirtu kastirtinitum. Amatirta masamoto irta makato saurata mikina makaratishturati. Awatirta mesauratu saurata makamatiamatoshte. Feeling it in the throat. Everyone is going to be different. Everyone is going to experience the Reiki differently. Remember that for those of you who are in here, I could be doing Reiki on my foot. right? I could be sending Reiki to the chakras around the feet, and there may be some of you who don't feel the energy there. You may feel the energy somewhere else. When it comes to energy healing, there are a few things to keep in mind. First being that you will always receive what it is that you need in your highest good. That is always the intention that I set when I do my Reiki healing. And so even if I may be directing the energy in a certain area for collective energy, your individual energy may not need it in that place. Also remember that our energy is not defined by singular space or singular place. And for that energy to flow and to heal the different aspects of ourselves may not necessarily mean that we have to direct the energy to that specific spot. Sometimes for heart healing to happen, the energy actually has to be unblocked somewhere else in your body. So if you're feeling the energy somewhere else in your body, just allow it, right? If you feel you need healing of the heart, you may feel it somewhere else in your body, and that's okay. Energy is connected through our body, and sometimes for the healing, we may be feeling the symptoms in one part of us, but that's because the root cause is somewhere else in our body, and that's what needs to be addressed. We're not trying to deal with the symptoms, we're trying to deal with the root. We're trying to find where the blockages are, where the imbalances are, so that our energy pathways, so that our energy river can flow freely again. That is what the Reiki is doing. Hi, Cliff. Hi, David. Yeah. I feel the humming as well, Ruda. Sometimes our throat and our heart can be very deeply connected. A lot of times, grief that we're feeling in our heart is there because we're not audibly expressing it. Very, very, very often, I feel that this buildup of energy in the heart space is a result of us not allowing it to be expressed through the throat. So allow yourself to express what you're feeling through your throat. If you're feeling the energy healing in the throat area, you might have a blockage in your throat chakra that is preventing you from expressing your grief or stopping you from expressing whatever discomfort, dis-ease, pain you may be feeling in the heart space. A lot of times, the pain that we're feeling needs to be validated to us through our ears. I say this very often. The important aspect, one of the most important, powerful aspects of using our voice is not necessarily for other people to hear us, but it's for us to hear ourselves. One of the most powerful things is for you to be able to validate yourself by hearing your own words, by hearing your own voice, by hearing your own emotions. We're allowing these energies to flow out so that we can recognize them and validate them within ourselves so we can finally let them go. Speak it out. Speak it out. Yeah, absolutely. You need some life advice. I can try. You can write it too, absolutely. Any way of allowing your words, allowing your feelings to be expressed to you in a way that you can consume. Journaling is very helpful. Right? You can journal it. A lot of people, if you look at singer-songwriters, right? Why some of these songs people write are so powerful is they're allowing what they're feeling to be not only expressed in words that they write down on paper, but they also express it through their voice when they sing them. Right? That's why music has such a beautiful and powerful impact on us, because we resonate and we relate to so much of what it is that we listen to. Because there's stories that many of us experience in our own ways, and sometimes we struggle to put them in words that we understand, or we haven't allowed ourselves to actually express them out loud. And so when we hear them in a song, it almost validates what it is that we feel for us. Right? And not only that, but music uses the healing frequency of sound. Everything around us is sound. Everything that we experience is frequency, is vibration. It's all vibration. Everything around us, matter, is vibration. Everything is vibration. And so music is very deeply healing because it uses very specific vibrations that speak to us on a very deep level, on an emotional level, but also on a spiritual soul level. And that's why it's also very important to pay attention to what it is that you listen to, the type of music that you consume. Is it music that uplifts you? And that's not to say you can't listen to sad music, because of course you can. It's expressing a very real emotion that we all, experience. But it's to be very, very careful about what it is that you consume in terms of the messages that you receive from it. Yeah. I don't listen to much Taylor Swift, but I have read some of her lyrics. I'm like, I feel ya. She has some great, great lyrics. Folklore? Yeah, I believe it. Favorite Disney villain? Never thought about that. If I can make one request, is I'd like to avoid politics in my life. If we can, please, because it can be pretty divisive. I'm happy to have those discussions in a different platform. I don't think this is the one to have those conversations. Oh, thank you so much for the gifts. Can I tell you what the Reiki symbols are? There are a lot of different Reiki symbols. Oh, you're so welcome, Monarch. sploof? I don't know. I don't know what a sploof is. Oh, well, this? Let's go. Oh, thank you, Daniel. Thank you for the reminder. I don't do readings, Maddie. I'm sorry, my love. This is Reiki healing. You're welcome to stay for the energy healing. Hi, Craig. Hi, Ted. How are you? Oh, it's 11:11. Look at that. For those of you on the West Coast, which means it's 1:11 for those of you on the East Coast. No, that's not right. 2 hours ahead. No, 2 hours ahead. Not East Coast. Central Time. 2:11. You're on the East Coast. Yeah, it's 1:11 in Central Time. Central Time 111. Looks like we're out of music. Do we feel like... Thank you. Thank you very much. You're so welcome, Brianna. Welcome. Oh, very cool. Eteni nirata namara toko irati mito shtairata sono tirata makarati saurata matuni tirata suri. Atairata mara toko soirata mukuneta shtairata surata matini kiana se irata marata sairata kieta shtairata makarata sanita sonata. Anairata makaratishta irata musana tiana masaurata namakatira saurata nikiato shtairata mata. Yani irata ki irata kosai irata naurata irata ki irata naurata sa orata ko irati nirata nakarasai. Irne irata amwa anasien iekiato kosta urta iarasana.
Ana eni iretene kinas arata ki irata korta saurata kosurati irata kastoyata. Airetene ki akarata soyene ki uratu surata sta irata makaratisiata. Eki iretene ki aurata kasirete stieti arata ki anamanali. Eli tiarata usunali tiarata utoyoroto kurti mia. Enia now say iarata staola tiaroto koti orosuna tinamosi. Enekia no siuanam ieta wa iaya oratani. Eniarata narasana konati stuya. Enierata sayete nenio mosi arata norata namakasu tianamosi. Eneirata kusaya aurata korutusi norata stuya motusi. Eneirata urusuna. Ekiarata kasho oirata marata sinarata nemikia sawete nemi. Avarata namara sawa. Cheers. It's a really beautiful, joyous energy that's coming in right now. Hi. Tinirata como casiereti e girta costa e tata corta o corta na cortia na corta saura tokia. Irata na aurata na mako irata corsa irata ki está irata corta irata mo. Irata mata si irata sarata katosia. Até iritne kia ete kiara saurata kosto iuturata korsiatu. Ete ekina kara sakorata irata kosto ito irata nata irata suata. Ete irata koso urata namata ino surata mata nikata suata. Irate neme kinor sonota irate kosurata namata irate miata namasa. Ne irate mekia surata stoye. Anaya namane niyamaswana irate nato. Eta urata sono kati irate sorati stuana. Congratulations. Sending you so much love, Sober Girl. I'm so proud of you. Bonjour. toireta kotina namata tia surita namatina kishtua. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone who is in here right now sharing the space. Share this love. Hi, how are you? I'm doing well. Jules, I'm amazed that you're awake. I've been on for an hour now. Oh, there goes my battery. It's not giving me a warning anymore. My battery died. No more music for me. Might grab can't be on for much longer anyway, so I'm not going to bother setting that up again. Just good vibes. What I might do. Oh. Okay, Google. Voice to sounds, please. Hi. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you.
C'est de la musique. Hi, how are you? I've been around. I haven't been going on as frequently, but I've been around. TikTok algorithm hasn't really been pushing the content for a while. Thank you. Y'all are too sweet. You're all too sweet. Do I have synesthesia? Not really. Like, I don't see colors with sounds, like visibly, but my brain associates colors with sounds. So right now this is yellow for me. Like the sound of the birds is yellow for me. Oh, I'm so glad. So synesthesia, those people who have synesthesia, when they hear sounds, they actually see colors and shapes. So people's names will have like a certain color or a certain shape. There's like a part of their brain where the information coming auditorially creates an experience with different senses. Yeah. Go to work, Ruda. It's okay. I'll be around. You know where I'm at. I can't be on for very much longer anyways. I have to go to bed. I have to stop being a night owl. So I'll probably wrap it up in about 15 minutes. maybe less, depending on the energy. Oh, thank you, Felicity. I'm glad you're here. Oh, that's very cool. I'm not sure what that is, but it sounds very interesting. I'm going to be taking my master's certification in animal Reiki in a couple of weeks. A few weeks. In a month, maybe. So I'm very excited for that. So for those of you who have little fur babies, I do practice animal Reiki. Ah, an executive shaman. I don't know what that is. I know what a shaman is, but I don't know what an executive shaman is. Channel a lot of Gaia energy with animal Reiki. Well, there are a lot of animals who want to receive, and there are some animals that choose that they don't want to receive it. It's up to the animal. Many animals quite appreciate the Reiki. It's completely up to them, really. Again, I need to have their consent as well. I need to have the animal's consent as well to practice Reiki on them. So. Shaman is not necessarily Reiki. You kind of pay attention, so you'll know if the energy is flowing or not. You'll feel if the energy is flowing. If I don't have the consent of somebody, right? If I'm practicing Reiki, if I'm sending Reiki, and I don't have that person or that animal's consent, I will not feel the Reiki going anywhere. It won't make a connection. So, generally with animal Reiki, you'd be sending the Reiki to the animal in person, and you have your eyes open. You pay attention to their subtle cues. So if they might choose to leave. They might just choose to leave the room. There's also a telepathic, a kind of like an unspoken communication that you'll have with the animal when you're practicing Reiki. And you'll ask the animal for their consent, and they may just say yes or no. You'll be able to feel it if they consent or not. So it's a very subtle shift in energy. Oftentimes, depending on the healer, right, we have different clairs. So we all of us humans everywhere, all animals as well, we have these senses. We have our what we call our clairs, which are heightened senses that we have to perceive information that is not tangibly available. And what that means is we are able to pick up information without it being physical. So, we have our 5 regular senses: sight, smell, taste, touch, hearing, right? And that is things that we can physically perceive. And our clairs is information that we're getting that doesn't have a tangible source. But if you're clairvoyant, for example, you'll receive a lot of your information in a visual way. So you might see colors, you might see images, you might see symbols, right? In your mind's eye, with your eyes closed in your mind's eye, or just somewhere, you'll just have this image that forms in your mind. Some people might get an auditory cue. If they're clairaudient dominant, they'll receive the messages in an auditory way. They'll hear it. So every healer is going to be different in the way that they receive that communication from the animal. So yeah, 6 is a quantum sense. So it's information that is in a different field, on a different plane. So it really depends. Everyone is different. And the animal might find different ways of communicating that as well, right? You might see a shift in their demeanor. They may become really relaxed. They sometimes, with animals, they will show you where they would like the Reiki energy by kind of showing that part of their body. When I was getting my certification in animal Reiki for levels 1 and 2, at the end, we practice sending Reiki to animals by watching kind of live animal camps. So we would go on the internet and watch, there's these sites where you can kind of monitor animals. It's not wonderful because they're in zoos and stuff, which is super tragic. But, and we saw these animals, and we decided to send some healing to the chimpanzees. And there was this one chimpanzee that was all by himself, and immediately we could feel him grieving. We could feel this chimpanzee, or this orangutan rather, it was an orangutan. You could feel that it was grieving something, and it was super slow. It was kind of hiding in a corner. It was kind of keeping to himself. And eventually, there came a moment where we felt a bit of a shift. And the moment we felt that shift, we also saw this orangutan kind of come out of his hiding hole and be a little bit more active, kind of shaking it off, kind of feeling a bit rejuvenated. And then as we were sealing off the energy, he went and he gave himself a big, big hug. Beautiful experience that I've ever had, to be able to see the impact of energy healing on this beautiful animal. Heart was very much hurting. We could all feel this intense grief in our hearts. And the moment that grief started to kind of calm down, dissipate a little bit, he came out and started moving and started having a little bit more energy, and he gave himself the biggest hug. And then he went on with this day, and it was just the most incredible experience. It was just quite powerful. So there's ways that there are ways that you'll be able to tell whether or not it's being received or not. It's all about paying attention. awareness from your community. I think we're all pretty calm tonight. Hello, beautiful. I am doing well. I'm going to be wrapping this up in just five-ish minutes. I'm sorry to hear that, Chrissy. It's a beautiful question, Stokes. What makes Holy Fire Reiki different from other types of Reiki is a fantastic question. So Holy Fire Reiki is just a different, it's kind of a different lineage of Reiki. So most Reiki stems from Usui. Usui Reiki is kind of like the traditional type of Reiki that most people practice, founded by Mikao Usui Sensei. So, a little bit earlier. And over time, it has developed, and there have been different teachers that have also received kind of insights and directed energies. So Holy Fire is just kind of a derivative of Usui Reiki, where Holy Fire, so within Reiki, there are different symbols that are used that carry a very specific energetic signature. So in Usui Reiki, there are four main symbols that are practiced, that are used, that we are taught when we learn Holy Fire Reiki. I think you talked to Deb Merced. She's a beautiful friend of mine, incredible healer. She's also on TikTok. You should follow her. There are more symbols. There's just I didn't learn them. Holy Fire Reiki is a different vibration of Reiki. So it's kind of, some people talk about it as an upgrade. I don't really like to express it that way necessarily because I don't think that's there. But it's just it's a different type of energy. So Holy Fire Reiki is often kind of equated with Christ consciousness energy. It's not religious in any way, but it's more so to embody or kind of express that that frequency of unconditional love. It very much taps in and connects with a lot of different ascended masters. And it's just this beautiful transmuting, just love energy. So a lot of people, when they connect to Holy Fire energy, they may feel like, a lot of people have expressed feeling like it's a warm hug. It's very heart-centered, very heart-centered energy. And what's interesting about Holy Fire Reiki is it's very powerful, but it's very gentle. It's a very gentle Reiki, even though it's quite powerful in what it does. And I guess the last way of kind of delineating it from traditional Usui Reiki is that Holy Fire Reiki, when you are getting certified, when you're getting placements, to be able to channel the Reiki yourself. In Usui Reiki, the energy is passed on from the master teacher to the student, whereas in Holy Fire Reiki, the student is getting the energy directly from source. And where that's important is that the teacher is completely removed from the experience so that the student is receiving the purest form of the energies they can. Because we're all human, and the teachers will also have their own stuff that they're dealing with. And so it avoids the student receiving kind of like fragments of the energy of the teacher when receiving the Reiki energy. So what the teacher does is they set the intention to start the initiation process, to start the process of channeling. But then, the student has their own experience and receives the energy directly from source consciousness. So that's kind of the main differences between Usui Reiki and Holy Fire. But holy fire comes from Usui Reiki. It's a development of Usui Reiki. And then there are different, and holy fire has its own symbol. And then Karuna Reiki as well has its own symbols. Karuna Reiki is the Reiki of compassion. Very much connected to the energy of Kuan Yin in many ways. Bonjour. So Karuna Reiki has, I think, 8 symbols, 7 or 8 symbols. Animal Reiki has, for at least level 1 and 2, has 1 symbol. Yeah, and it's just beautiful. It's just different expressions of energy with different purposes. And everyone is different. And for some people, Usui Reiki resonates with them a lot deeper than Holy Fire, and that's totally okay. Everyone is different. Everyone needs something different. And that's why it's beautiful that there's so much diversity, because that means everybody is able to find something that resonates with them. Right? I am not going to be the healer for everyone, and that's completely okay. And my job is, if I'm not the healer for someone, is to help them find a healer for them that would resonate with them more, that will be more aligned. And that's what we have to do when we're on the spiritual journey, when we're healers, when we're dedicated to this path. It is very much one of encouraging everyone to find their ability to heal themselves. Because that's what we as healers are really here for. We want you to be able to have the ability and find the way for you to find your natural ability to heal yourself and to spread that healing yourself as well. So, you know, at the end of the day, we're all beautiful beings that deserve it, that deserve healing, that deserve peace. Thank you. And with that, beautiful one. Sorry. So sorry. Thank you so much. So, bringing the energy down, sending it down to source, or sending it down to guides. Transmute it. Thanking all the beautiful energies that came in today. There were quite a few. For those of you who are here from the beginning, sealing the energy off, releasing myself from the connection, sending energy to source to be transferred. I release your energy, send it up to source to be transferred. Let it sit back to you. Thanking the Reiki energy and all those beings in our highest good that came for healing tonight. Thanking you all for having spent this time with me. I hope you all have a beautiful day or evening, depending where you are in the world. Oh, thank you so much for the gift. If you would like to book a personal session with me, you can see the link in my bio. I do offer personal healing sessions. I do half-hour-long and hour-long sessions, depending. It's a beautiful way of getting a more thorough healing and a more personalized healing for what it is you need, and get any messages that it is that you need to continue your healing journey, for you to be able to bring that forward. I also teach, so I'm planning on probably teaching in January or February, depending on my schedule. So for those of you who are interested in learning how to practice Holy Fire Reiki, I do teach levels 1 and 2. So if you were to take part in the course, you would be getting your Reiki placements so that you can practice on yourself and on other people by the end of the 2 days. So it is 2 8-hour-long days. They are long days, but they are beautiful, and they go by rather quickly, actually. So if that is something that really interests you, I encourage you to send me an email. My email address is reikiwithsalome@gmail.com. There is a link in my bio to find that, so you're welcome to peruse in there. And we also have a beautiful spiritual self-care membership called the Claire Mind Body Soul. Juliana Whitlow, Deb Merced, and myself lead this beautiful group. It's a monthly subscription that you can utilize for your own healing goals. We have a lot of beautiful resources. We have monthly healing events and weekly energy forecasts and weekly talks and healings. I just led a really beautiful talk on Sunday about harnessing the power of the elements in your ability to harness your own power in healing and manifestation. It was a really beautiful talk. And so essentially the whole concept is you will get 1 or 2 healing events for free. So the membership really pays for itself by the time everything is said and done. We have our essential membership. We also have our VIP subscription. So essentially you get 1 free event per month, and our VIP subscription, you get 2 free events per month. The events being $33. So honestly, it really pays for itself. Since the essential is a $35 a month subscription, VIP is $50 a month. So you're almost making money back by joining because of the free events that you get. So that might be something to consider if this is something that you feel you need something to keep you accountable on your healing journey, or if you need extra support. It's a really beautiful group. There's a lot of really beautiful souls in this program. Hi, Marcel. How are you? Marcel is a part of our CMBS membership program. If you're curious about it, I encourage you to book a consultation with Jules. She does free consultations. So if you have any questions, she can pop on a call with you and answer any questions that you may have about it. And another really important aspect of it is you do also get discounts on our services and our classes. So if you are part of the membership, you would also get discounts on our personal booking services. You would get discounts on our classes. So I teach Holy Fire Reiki. Debbie teaches Usui Reiki. Juliana has a coaching program. So it's a really beautiful group. There's a lot of amazing women and men in our group as well, that we all help heal each other. And then if you're just looking for community, there's also just the thin line on Facebook. So the essential membership is $35 a month, and the VIP membership is $50 a month. I think the 2 first weeks, you can try the first 2 weeks for free as well. So that's something to consider if you wanted to try it out. And then, of course, there's the Thin Line on Facebook, which is a beautiful community for people to share their gifts and their questions and just have a supportive group for those of us who don't have a lot of people that can that they can talk to when they're on their spiritual journey. Sometimes it can be a very isolating life path. So I sound different. I'm the same person. Maybe I'm a little sleepier. I'm a little bit more soft-spoken tonight, I imagine. So yeah, so the Thin Line on Facebook is a really beautiful community that's worth looking into if you're just looking for a group of people to support you. And of course, I do post all of my live replays to YouTube. So if you'd ever like to catch my Reiki when I'm not on live, I do post my live replays to YouTube. So my YouTube handle is Reiki with Salome. If you subscribe to my channel, you'll get notifications when I pop a new channel or a new video in there. And the energy is always there. So you can always experience the energy, even if it's not you know, live necessarily. It's still there for you to be able to tap into. So if you're looking for a little pick-me-up, definitely peruse my videos if I'm not around, so that you're not left hanging. So I hope you all have a beautiful, oh, I love that, David. Because I cut my hair. Is that why I sound different? Good to see you too. Good to see you too. Yeah, I missed Deb's class, but Debbie has some incredible classes. Juliana has some incredible classes. There's really some great stuff. I think Deb is going to be leading a class or kind of a talk on people who deal with worry. So getting rid of the worry brain. So that's definitely something to look for in terms of our events. If you are not part of CMBS, but you'd still like to take part of, take part of any of the events that we do offer, you're very welcome to join, to take part in the events that we offer. Without being a member, you would just have to pay the price of the event, which is $33. I will let you all know, my event has already passed for the month of October, but I will let you know when my November event drops, so you can take a part in that if you wanted to. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about your puppy, my darling. But yeah, so I can keep you all posted. Otherwise, I hope that you all have a beautiful, beautiful evening. Thank you for joining me this evening, or tonight, or in your morning, for the Reiki, for whatever questions you may have had. It was a beautiful time. And I'm sending all my love and all of my healing to you. Until the next